Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing the book buying habit tag and I have a prompt next to me. So with that, let's get on to the video. Where do you buy your books? Okay, so if it's online, I usually just use Amazon because I have Prime, so I can get it immediately because I'm impatient. And I also have Kindle Unlimited, so I can just download it, or even if I buy it, I can just download it immediately. So online, Amazon basically. And if I ever go out, it's usually Waterstones, The Works, or WH Smith. But I always go to The Works first because they have such amazing deals, so it's just better to go there first, get books I want, and then when I go Waterstones and WH Smith, I can get books from there that The Works didn't have. So Amazon and those three bookstores basically are the ones I always use. Do you ever pre-order books, and if so, do you do it in store or online? I have pre-ordered 2 books, both the same book, which is The Reappearance of Rachel Price by Holly Jackson. One was through Amazon, which was a special first edition, and the Waterstones one was a signed first edition. So I would only do it online. There's literally nowhere for me to go to get it in store unless I travelled, and I'd end up costing more than just ordering online. So I will always do it online, unless actually I had a chance to meet the offer. Then I would probably go depending where it was. 100%, especially if it was Holly Jackson or Victoria Pauly or or Karen McManus, my 3 top favourite authors. So yeah, typically online, unless I had an option for like a little meet and greet, then I would go to there and be like, pre-order please. But yeah, online basically. On average, how many books do you buy a month? I wish I could buy books every single month, but I can't, so I don't really have an answer for this. I sometimes buy a book every couple of months, but even then it's very, very rare. I don't really buy myself books that often. The only time I bought loads at once was on my birthday in March, and I bought loads because I saved up for quite a while to be able to get loads of books. So on average, I guess, I don't know, maybe one every 3-4 months, if that. It's been a while, I think, since I bought myself a book. I don't even remember when it was last, to be honest. So yeah, I wish I could buy myself books every single month. That would be perfection, but I can't. Do you use your local library? I do not. I don't know where it is, and I don't think I can even get there, to be honest. So unfortunately, I do not use my local library. I used to when I was a kid. I used to absolutely love going to the library, being able to get free books, read all of them, bring them back, and immediately get more out. I absolutely love doing that. I did that, I think, every Saturday because I would honestly finish all those books on the last Saturday by the next one because I would just read and read and read. I loved going to the library. It was definitely one of my favourite places to go on the weekend, and it helped my mum a lot, so she didn't have to buy any books. I could just get them for free at the library, and I'll still be able to feed my passion of reading without spending any money. So that was amazing. But I wish I could go to a library now, but there's just not one near me, and I know there's online ones, I think it's called Libby, but I'm too impatient for that. Say it says, oh, you have to wait 4 months, I'll just buy it. I'm just too impatient now. And then there's pressure of having to read it really fast if you have the physical ones from a local library, because then you have to return it, and that's just too much pressure for adult me. So I don't know. I don't think I'd be able to go to the library anyway. It's too much pressure now to finish on time, and I wouldn't be able to do it. And I'm very forgetful. I would literally forget it's the library book, and I would be fine. So it's just not a good idea for me. What is your opinion on library books? As I said before, I absolutely loved going to the library. It was one of my favourite places to go on a Saturday. That's when I went every Saturday, basically. And if I went during the week, during holidays and that from school, I actually entered a lot of competitions and won a few medals. So this is a reading mission. I'm gonna have to try and show you. Look at me. Ooh. There's one of them. And then this one is a Space Hop reading challenge. Is this one here? Oh, is it going to focus? There we go. And then this one was Quest Seekers. Okay, and then yeah, I loved going there, and I remember owning these. I was so happy with myself. I was ecstatic. I was so proud that I won 3 little medals for my reading, for my passion. So that was a good time in my life, winning medals for reading. Like, who would have thought it, you know, earning medals for reading? Like, crazy, but I loved it. I loved going to my library. I think it's honestly an amazing idea for people who don't have the money to buy books. I think it's great. Like, having the option to be able to read still and not spend any money is incredible, and it's so inclusive. So I think it's very, very nice that people have libraries to go to. Obviously, I understand not everyone has the privilege to go to a library, but those who do, it's a very nice experience, and I wish everyone could experience that. How do you feel about charity shops / secondhand books? Same as my last answer, it's really good. It's a really good way to be able to get books without spending too much money. And I used to go to charity shops a lot as a kid as well. And it was really nice because then I didn't spend too much of my mum's money because I was a kid, I didn't have my own money. And they were usually all in really good condition, especially the charity shop I used to go to. You used to like get them in such good condition. It was such a good deal. It's such a good place to go to. Unfortunately, I don't think there's one near me anymore, and I think I'd have to proper travel out to get to one, and that just wouldn't be cost effective. All the money it would cost to get there and then buy the books, it would just be cheaper to buy the books new online, unfortunately, which is just unfortunate because I would love to go and support my local charity shop, but I don't even know where it is, and I do think the closest one is a train ride away, unfortunately, so it's a bummer really, but I do miss going to charity shops and looking at the books and finding really good deals, and it was a really good experience to have when I was younger. Do you keep your read and TBR pile together / on the same bookshelf, or no? I do not. My read books are actually opposite me, like the shelf there and the shelf there, and 2 more shelves there that they aren't full of books yet. Those are my reds, and these ones are my TBR. This is actually a spinny one. Let me quickly just... Actually, I can't. Things above it, I forgot. That's a spinny one, basically. But no, I have them separately, so I can just find my red ones easier if I need to. That way, if I ever want to show someone a book I've read, I know it's definitely over there, 100%. Now, finding a TBR is very difficult because there's so many, so it does take me a while to find the correct one sometimes, but, you know, I'm organised chaos, you know. They're not in any specific way, they're just there, so I have to find... They're not, like, done colour, like, by, organised is what I'm thinking, organised by colour or series or whatever. They're just random, so I just have to kind of hope for the best when I'm looking for a TBR book. Do you plan to read all the books you own? Ideally, yes. But I do occasionally add to it, or if I get like book faired or for birthday and Christmas, it will keep being added to. So I do want to eventually read every single book I own. That's physical, by the way, because my Kindle books, I have loads. So if I'm just going by physical books that I own, yes, I do ideally eventually want to read every single book that I have in my possession. What do you do with books you own that you feel you'll never read, or books that you just didn't enjoy? So the books that I think I will just never read, and the books that I've DNF'd, I'm planning to sell them Vinted for like really cheap, probably the cheapest you can, you know, list things are for sale on Vinted, so people have a chance to buy them to read them themselves. And I don't know what the lowest price, I think it might be £1 or something like that. I'm not 100% sure because they are all pre-owned, so I'm not going to charge much for them ones. Unless they're in like pristine condition, then they'll be a little bit more. But I would prefer to donate them, but as I said, there's not a charity shop near me. So it would cost a lot of money for me to go on the train to the nearest charity shop. And I'm actually disabled, so I wouldn't be able to lug a big bag full of books that way anyway. It'll be too much. So unfortunately, Vinted is the only option for me, because I wish I could donate them, because I love going to a charity shop. I love going to my local one when I live in the city. But now that I live in a little village, I don't think there's one near me. So I can't really donate them anymore. So I'll probably sell them for a couple of quid on Vinted. Like, because as I said, they're pre-owned. I don't need that much money from them because they're used. and I don't really want to charge much for a book anyway, because vintage is supposed to be like a second-hand thing, so it's supposed to be items that are cheap. So I will sell on vintage. I would prefer to donate, but I can't get to one unless there's like a. Is there options that you can like send them off to a charity shop, like deliver it to them? Maybe I could do that instead. I'll have to look into it. If there's like a delivery option where I can like send it to a charity shop, I would do that instead. But I'll have to do a lot of research into that first. Have you ever donated books? Yes. When I lived in a city, because that was obviously everything was so close together. So I used to go there all the time and donate my books there. It was my favourite one. It was very, very close to me, so it wasn't much of a walk anyway. And most of the time when I was younger, I was in my wheelchair, so I just had it on my lap. But when I used to donate books there, I went there so often that they would let me into the back, and I got first pick for books there because of how many I used to donate. Because I used to donate a lot, like a lot. So I used to get first pick of books, of other little knickknacks that I might have wanted. Obviously to buy, like they didn't give them to me for free, of course. I would never have accepted that anyway. But first pick to buy, basically, and I really loved that. It was such a kind thing for them to do. But I think I stopped in the end because I took so much. They were like, listen, we do not have room for the amount of books you are supplying us with, because it was only a really tiny shop. So I was like, okay, I'll either wait or I'll try to find another little local one that needs books. I went there so much, like, listen, we appreciate it, but we are stocked full now. So I feel kind of bad for lumbering them with all those books, but I didn't want to make them feel so overwhelmed by all the donations, because they probably get loads of donations anyway, so they're probably overrun, not only mine but from everyone else that donated. So I took a break for a bit, went to other places, or I just got rid of them. I hate to say that, but I did. I just got rid of them. Waste of money, I know, but it's like, I know I shouldn't have done that, but I was a kid, okay? Leave me alone. I was young, I was stupid. I would never do that now, so, I've learned my lesson, basically. Do you feel like you buy too many books? No, I don't buy books that often anymore. Like, all of these books you see behind me there's been accumulated over the years, and like from gifts from people, from like Christmas, birthday, book fairies. Like, I very rarely buy my own books now because I just don't have the money to spare on books anymore. So I usually try to get Kindle Unlimited, because that way, in my mind, it's technically free. I know I spend money a month, but technically it's free, okay? Technically it's free. I'm borrowing it, so it doesn't count. And I do not count Unlimited Crate, because while that is monthly, you have unlimited skips, and I have skipped November. Right, I have skipped October, November, and I will probably skip December as well. I'll see what books I like next year, but I typically skip Unlimited Crate unless it's something I really, really want. And another subscription box I have is the Butterfly Book Club box, which is very, very recent actually. I haven't gotten the book yet because there was like a little delay. That's fair enough, but I haven't gotten that just yet. That one will be monthly, so I guess technically my average would change to one book a month, but I don't count subscription boxes because I just don't. Okay, in my head, it doesn't count. Doesn't count, and you cannot change my mind. Subscription boxes do not count. Okay, they just don't. No. But no, I don't buy books that much anymore, unfortunately. Unless it's for other people. If it's for my friends or book fairies, then yeah, I'll buy books, but that's not for me, so. Okay, and those were all of the prompts for this tag. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, please like, comment, and subscribe. Remember to hit the bell notification to get notified when I post, and I'll see you in the next video.